follow up with each other. So this is tip number 5. How, when you're going to follow up. So put follow up. We are taking too long still to this day to follow up with people. If you don't follow up with me in 2 days, I'm gone. Because I'm just so busy at this point. I don't know about you guys, but to me, it's like you lost interest. You lost interest in what we talked about. Follow up in 2 to 3 days, and it could be brief. Saying, hi, Jessica, it was a pleasure. I love talking to you about A. One thing about me is when I'm in the room, I try to take one word or one subject that we talked about because that helps me later. So I stand out and I said, you know what? Maybe you had a radiant red shirt. I said, by the way, red works for you. You know, stuff like that in that follow-up email, game changing. You're not going to be too fluffy and fake, but you want to help someone feel comfortable. And I think with the follow-up in 2 to 3 days, you'll remember things that you guys spoke about. Your email should be tight. It shouldn't really say, I'm just trying to think on top of my head. And I think this is pretty generic. It was nice meeting you at the Network Like You Mean It workshop. I like that one because it told me right then and there where we met. Good morning. I get this to this day. Good morning, how are you? I'm like, is this Trisha, my sister? I think what's going on. And not that my sister would email me, you never know. Be strategic with that subject email. It was a pleasure meeting you at such and such event. Hi, Jessica. Hope all is well today. Can I have 2 minutes of your time? You want to grab a busy person in that subject. It can't be too like we're good friends already, or you don't really care about that subject email. You have to care about it because that's when they open it. Also, in the follow-up conversation at the event, I don't leave and follow up not knowing what your platform is or how you like to follow up. Let me rephrase that. Before I leave you at that event, I said, by the way, which do you prefer? Do you like the email? Should I call your line? Should I DM you? I mean, yes, it's a lot to ask, but then that wastes my time because what if email wasn't your premier way to be contacted? Strategic. You cannot fool around with networking because time is currency. You have to know what you're asking. Make them accountable. You know, in the email you said, you know, by the way, does Tuesday still work for you? Sometimes if, you know, the conversation's going great, I may ask them what day of the week is best for them. I want them to give me as much information. So when I'm ready to fire off, nothing's going to stop me because you guys gave me this green light. So 2 days, I'm done with the 3-day follow-up unless it's a weekend. If it's a Friday, I wouldn't, you know, Saturday and Sunday, I really wouldn't do it. But that Monday morning, you best believe I am in that email. So follow up 2 to 3 days, have a strong email subject rather, and always ask them what their preference is. It's going to save you a lot of time.
Thank you so much. Wow, that was some knowledge.
Thank you.
The passion that leads there. Wow. By the way, I'm in Florida, but I know I'm on the AC, so it's a little different at the moment. I know. Oh my gosh, you have some good comments. So here it is. When you were talking, of course, I was making notes. And again, guys, if you have any questions, this is the time to jot it in. I'll also review some of the comments that came in, and we so appreciate it. You know, a few years ago, I remember watching a TV program and the artist, Shaggy, made a statement, and I'm looking at him like, oh, he's a millionaire, you know, he is making money, and I like his music. And he stated, a lot of young people don't realize a lot of his shows, they're free.
Yeah.
And I was like, what? Again, this is some years back. So they're free because it's a platform for people to know about him.
Right.
All right. So it's different things. So you're surprised that there's some people, although he's popular, don't know who he is. Right. And if it's a big platform and they say, hey, can you do this? He will, because guess what? He may not directly get money from, you know, the show, but he will get money from the people that's listening to him. All right. So I just want to say about that, but you also said, what do I have to lose to get in more traction? When you said that, that's what I recall.
Mhm.
Also, collaboration is king. And I noticed Dr. Corinne, Dr. G, she made a comment, and she was a part of the conference that I did where the topic was leveraging and collaboration. The
Yeah.
only, it's great, but some of us forget about it sometimes. We collaborate or we try to, and we drop the ball for some reason. All right, so I'm gonna give you a question on my end, and then I'm gonna look into the chat
Oh, wow.
box and see the questions coming. Yeah, you have a lot there. So my question, you mentioned you have two different businesses, right?
Yes.
Or two different. How do you promote both of the businesses when you're networking?
So this is such a great question because I don't want to overwhelm. Depending on where I am at, I have one hat. Then as we build a relationship, it will organically show the different businesses that I have. So I stick to one. I stick to one. So if I'm at a nursing networking event, I'm going to lead with nursing. If I'm at the wedding expo, I am the MC. And so I let the environment dictate what I will say as who I am. That is a great question. I've met people, I'm a baker, a kitchen, I'm like, I don't know, you know what I mean? So we have to make it easy for them to get to know us. I would say pick one title, and then later on, as we're building slowly, organically, you guys will see what else I have to offer.
Yeah, thank you for that.
Yep.
Next, it's COVID, right? I mean, it doesn't feel like it
Yeah.
this week or last week because of what have happened, but it's still there. But you don't have physical events. So how do you network right now?
That's a great question. So if you had signed up for my newsletter, which you haven't yet, I did a piece on social distancing during COVID times. And this is one of the biggest things that I talked about was leveraging social media. Okay, commenting on different posts. And it has to be organic and authentic. So if I have a post on a topic, that's your opportunity for someone to see your name and see what you wrote. Now they're going to click on your page. That's how dialogue starts. Also, signing up for workshops like this. We didn't get to ask persons, how they know you. Who do they know? Opportunity right there. They may be an investor tuning in, and somebody did a quick intro or said a quick comment. Now they're linked. It happens all the time where I meet people through seminars like this, and we're good friends in the next few years. We need to maximize offers. We need to maximize the things that are being that are happening. Also, what you can do is be an expert about a topic. What are you doing right now? I mean, and I say that in a nice way because some people are using this time obviously to get whole again, to grieve, but maybe you have a YouTube page where you're going to give tips on something. This is your time to show off and use this platform to get other people involved. So if you have a passion about saving the animals, you need to write a newsletter. If you have a passion about I'm going to use that again, saving the whales, talk about it on a YouTube page. We have platforms that are not being used by us, people of color. There are resources here for us to connect. You need to join social groups, and the social groups that I joined are very diverse. So there's two reasons why to join a group. A, you want to learn more. B, you want to take whatever you have to the next level. And those are the two reasons why I join groups. So I may have a group on Facebook that's more about activism, and then there may be a group that's about book writing, because maybe somebody will inspire me to write again. So I think that we need to join some groups on social media. Facebook is really great for that. Instagram, no. You can do LinkedIn. I think LinkedIn, they may have it's private groups though. I like Facebook. I didn't get to mention, no shade to Facebook. I kind of left them out, but that was a great question. Facebook groups are very great. And these groups that I'm in for my book, they're just reposting away because it reflects who I am. It's like Black Girl Book Club. No brainer there. So use social media, join some groups, comment. in platforms, just don't sit there and just take everything in. You may meet your next investor by just making a comment.
Yeah, definitely. Yasmin stated that, yes, that is so true. You must clean up your Instagram social media platform.
Absolutely.
So when you say clean up, do you think there's certain things that should be deleted?
Yes.
Or,
Yes.
okay.
Okay, so you made a comment about my different platforms. Every platform has a different page. I have my personal page where it's Sinclair the Great, and that's me and my family. Okay, now if it's a holiday like Mother's Day, you know, you may see Miss Sinclair come on it's Jessica, it's Jessica Sinclair's page. You know, so I think when I say clean up, you want to have photos that resemble your brand. And again, this is not really a branding forum, but do you have a quote that you can talk about versus a picture of you with alcohol in your hand? How many times are you taking a shot in a photo? That's inappropriate to me. I don't want to talk to you. And it's sad for some people for me to say that, but it's realistic. Companies do not want to work with somebody that's taking 10,000 shots in their photos. Okay. Are you dressing risque? I mean, I see some of these women, unless that's your platform, but I see some people that are just sloppy. Again, that's why I showed you those two women who nailed it. They're about angles. You know, are you taking a photo from the waist up? This is all strategic when you are posting on social media. What does your picture say about your brand? It's very serious. And it's so serious, guys. People are making millions of dollars being social media managers. It's a real job.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. And I think you do a great job at that too.
Oh, thank you. I'm trying. I'm working on
Dr.
it.
G.
I really am. There's days I'm like, I'm so, you know, but I have to keep up with my audience. And I think that's what it is. You have to be consistent. I can't hear from you Monday and then 2 months ago, hey, I'm here. No, this is why, I wanted to say this too. Carve out 3 days. You don't have to post every day. I think that people are overly sharing, right? So for me, it's Monday, Wednesday, Friday right now.
Mm-hmm.
I have time to breathe. Remember, I gave you guys a great app, Planoly, right? And there's others, the list goes on. But have your time. And as you start building your audience, you'll see when your audience is liking stuff or talking to you.
Yeah, thank you for that. I know Dr. G mentioned she always tell people, you know, to have that vision board. That's what I'm reading. Vision boards are a marketing plan. That is so true and must be flexible and live. As for social media, we have to be where our audience are and all platform. Yes, yes, definitely agree. Have that vision board, but unfortunately, I think I had to revise my few times this year because of COVID. But you know,
that's what I said. And it's not unfortunate, you know, it's just life, right? So that's what I said, you know, do a vision board that may be more short term. I didn't mention that before. And then you can have that long-term one. I think a lot of people focus on the long term and they miss life. They miss the opportunities that are right here for next 6 months. Every 6 months, I'm revisiting my vision board. I have to, because the way how I feel about my business will change. The way I feel about society changes. So I want us to plan a little bit more short term going forward.
yes, yes. Now you mentioned something and I was just like laughing to myself. I'm glad it was on mute because I probably would have interrupted you. I remember, you know, because I do these different conferences and stuff, and there was a lady that sent me her profile to be a speaker. And I'm going to say this out loud now, so I apologize if I offend anyone, but it's just being her profile. Her website was a free website, Wibbly or something like that. And I put her profile aside.
Yeah.
She could have been great, but that's what I'm looking at. It's not like how you're telling me you're this great advisor, how much money you make. You're going to speak to an audience who's going to take you as an expert or an authority in your field, but you have a free website.
Yeah.
And could I have spoken to her? Yes, but I didn't know her like that. So I just put it to the side and kept on moving. So that is something, you know, you know, you upgrade. You don't have to keep the free Wix or Weebly or whatever website you have, you know. And I did not know the 4 to 15 hashtags. So thank you for
Yes.
that information.
Yes.
Yeah. So more than that, they're gonna think it's
Yeah,
spam
it'll
and
say spam, and so your post won't actually, people won't really see it because it will be Instagram. They're getting more strict, but they will report you as spam, and that particular photo won't get seen to the masses. So also a great trick too, you also, and I just wanted to share this, I think that we should sometimes, of course you're at an event, explain the event, but I think we need to be a little bit more strategic with what we're putting under the photos. So I just want to show you guys something, which I love doing this because it gives more, oh, the glare. Okay, so I have a post here. I put 2 dots. Some people put stars. So it breaks up what I'm trying to say, give you guys some space. Then I do my hashtags here. These are my hashtags. Or guys, sometimes I put my content and then I put my hashtags in the comments. So it looks visually more appealing. So it's not, oh my God, it's like so much. So put whatever you want to write, put 3 dots, dot, enter, or some people put stars, whatever it is, or microphones if you're a speaker, and then have the hashtags. I can tell you right now, currently, I don't do more than 10 hashtags. But if I want to do 15, I put it in my comments. So I do my post, and then I hit comment, and then I put the hashtags. It's just visually better, and I realize people nowadays, they're not reading left to right. I don't know how I know this. They're reading down. So these are the little things I love to research. I'm weird. I'm a researcher, but I realize people are not really reading left to right anymore. They're reading down.
Ah, that's interesting. That's interesting to know. Jessica, thank you. You're a ball of energy, and you could see in the chat, you know, excellent. My loyal from Kenya is logged in again. She says, excellent too. Thanks. Great tips. You know, keep dropping them. Jules, yes, Jessica, it's Jasmine. All right, so I assume that's how you said it. So
Yes.
just
Yes.
that way. All right, thank you so much. We will have another webinar coming up, and I'm hoping that, you know, you'd love to do another webinar on this platform. And guys, I have no more questions, but this video will be up on the YouTube channel, and I'll do an email blast once it's up. All right, well, thank you so much. All right.
Thank you.
Yeah, Jasmine.
Oh, hi, Jasmine. Oh my God. Hi, Jasmine. Okay, now I get Jasmine because I have a Yasmin and I have a Jasmine. Yes. Hey, girl. Just, you know, let's keep having this discussion. Let's support each other. Let's share flyers, content. I am having, depending on when this is aired, but for those of you that are here today, I'm having a confidence boosting workshop this Saturday, 1 to 2. And if you go on my, it's Jessica Sinclair Instagram, you'll see the ad. Click on the link and come invest in yourself.
Thank you. Actually, before you go, your book.
Yes, the book, which I don't have near me, but
your book
it's you can get it on Amazon. It is Network Like You Mean It, A Nurse's Journey to Entrepreneurship and Purpose. It is a collaborative book, which I love collabs. 30 amazing nurses talking about how they started at the bedside and advanced to entrepreneurism. And it's not only for nurses. I want you guys just to forget that we're nurses. Understand that we started somewhere, and here we are today. So it's for everyone, a college grad, support, and I would love to do this again.
All right. Thank you so much, Jessica. And thank you everyone for joining. Please be safe and enjoy the rest of the day or night. Bye-bye.
Bye.